And as you see from the title, and as I said in the previous lecture, today's lecture will be about children's poetry, our first genre that we are going to discuss. Okay. In this lecture, we start with also here a general introduction and discussion about poetry. And then its importance in children's world or in children's realm. Okay, as you see, the first page, just gives different definitions and opinions about the importance of children's literature, with some questions being offered by Sheila A. Egoff. Okay, and the way to present children's literature, there are different opinions about, the best way to introduce literature, poetry, to children, okay? And the different ways and about, the best way to introduce, children's to literature. Here we have different opinions about this this issue. Then here we have significant critical recognition by Nancy Willards in her book, A Visit to William Blake's Inn, that includes has poems for innocent and experienced travelers. But then we have Caldecott in her book in 1982. بعدين Paul Fleischman اللي هو Joyful Noise, okay, poems for two voices in 1988 and 1989, winner of the Newbery Medal. Okay, poetry, of course, as it is in the first and second page, is one of the oldest, literary forms, appeared, and it was first, started, recited orally and enjoyed by, children and adults. Okay, but there wasn't, something specific, kind of poetry that was specifically, made or composed for children. And children used to be introduced or exposed to poetry through what is called, nursery rhymes and lullabies. Okay, اللي هو بيسموها بالعربي زي اللي هي الأغاني اللي بتغنيها الأم عادة عند مع الطفل عندما يجي ينام. Okay, تغني بعض الأغاني عبارة عن type of pieces of poetry. Okay, so that was all orally recited, and that was the first that children were introduced to poetry, because these nursery rhymes and lullabies were in form of poetry. Historically, children's poetry is a relatively new phenomenon. But if we talk about children's poetry in particular, of course, it's a new phenomenon couched in ancient fabrics. While the oral tradition was, has a long history of songs and folklore passed down to younger generations, okay, works of written poetry and verse for juvenile audiences, children's audiences, were first sparingly published in the 15th century. Okay, then the first published, poetry published for children was first sparingly published in the 15th century. The first poem was, as I said before, when we talk about when you want to, let's say, review for the final exam and to, concentrate on certain points, you have to, make sure that you put in mind that you, give more attention to information that relates to first, the newest, the most, the golden age, piece that could be highlights of each period or each genre we discuss, or each piece of poetry or fiction we discuss. The first poems were exclusively for children, were mostly religious in nature, providing moral instruction, such as John Bunyan's A Book for Boys and Girls, or country rhymes for children. Then we have also Samuel Taylor Coleridge, The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. This is also famous, Coleridge in his work The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. It's very famous. Then also we have Mother Goose's Melody, our Sonnets for the Cradle by John Newbery's in English language. Then adaptation of Charles Perrault's collection of fairy tale. We are not very much concerned of French or German names, so don't worry about these names, like Charles Perrault's collection اللي هي Conte di Mireille, okay, Liu. Then here talk about also an important name اللي هو Jane Taylor, okay, in her work, original poems for infant minds in 1804 were rhymes for the nursery, اللي هو a volume that originated the famous verse Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That is also to be considered here, okay, اللي هو Jane Taylor, okay, with her book that which the rhymes and for nursery included this famous, okay, verse اللي هو Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, okay, and that will be our first poem to discuss, اللي هو The Star. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a very famous piece of poetry. It is also a kind of song, okay. The star here is, please, if you I don't have here a way to make you listen, or if possible I'll make a file, an audio file for you to listen to this song اللي هي Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Or if not, if it is not possible for me, so please you yourself check it on the YouTube, okay, but just write The Star or write Twinkle Twinkle, okay, it will come, and then you'll listen to this song. Is a very nice song, and it's very smooth and very interesting, but unfortunately I couldn't find a file or a video file or an audio file that has the whole poem. It's just the first 4 or 5 the first, in fact, it's the first 4 lines only sang. But if you know how to how the first 4 lines are sung, you can tell how the rest goes. So Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky, when the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light, twinkle, twinkle all the night, then the traveler in the dark thanks you for your tiny spark, he could not see which way to go, okay, then etc., etc. But the way it's sung, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky, twinkle, twinkle. It goes like this. It's a very nice, interesting song. Okay, but in this poem, we need to first of all know the meaning and the situation, the meaning of the poem and what it means, and then find the figures of speech, okay, including, of course, the rhyme. So it is it's a popular English, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is a popular English lullaby. It's sort of the lyric, it's a lyric and it's a song, okay, in the 19th century by Jane Taylor, okay. So even the story beyond this poem, I mean, is not, you know, just, you know, one. Okay, there are different stories, you know, or different understandings. But one of them is just, you know, it said that, you know, it talks about, you know, a little, you know, girl who just, you know, looks outside the window of her bedroom, you know, looking at, you know, a star, and then, you know, giving a wish, and then the star, you know, smiles back, you know, and she, the little girl, you know, got her wish achieved, and so on. Okay, this is also for you written, and you have to read it yourselves. You know, it's not that difficult. Okay. Then also again, next page, again, the star is quite literal, and the vocabulary, as you see, you know, it's very, you know, artistic, and the words and the language of this poem is easy to understand. And as I said before, there are many, and there are different translations, or let's say explanations for this poem. Some they say it's social, or it refers to the social differences, I mean social class differences. You know, other, you know, refers it to some, let's say, give it, you know, some sexual, you know, explanations, and then, you know, it's also said that, you know, it's just, you know, considered to be, you know, someone who is very small, trying to achieve, you know, something big, you know, to to grow up, you know, and to be as big as a star, and to be as high as a star, or from being nothing to be like a star. And the star here has, you know, a symbolic meaning. It doesn't mean here, this one of the translations or one of the explanations, the star here doesn't mean the physical, the actual star, you know, in the planet, you know. No, it's just, you know, a star as one of the meanings, you know, you find in the dictionary. When we talk about a star, we also, one of the meanings, you know, that, you know, a star that can be, you know, or that it refers to a person, you know, of excellence, and, you know, a distinguished person, a glamorous celebrity, okay? Someone who is really, famous. So this person here, whether it is, you know, a small, a little boy, a little girl, is looking to be a star, to be like a star, just famous, high, you know, well known. Okay, of course, this is at the end of the discussion here. We have also another, you know, explanation of this, you know, of this poem. You know, it's at the end of this discussion here, as you know, something that is related to what I said before. You know, the story is wondrously written tragedy, okay, about the glamour of being socialite and jealousy, okay, and the jealousy it can cause from lower classes of society. Now, if we go back just to give you an idea about what we need to discuss and what you need to know in this, you know, poem when you analyze, first of all, you just, you know, first of all, you look at the rhyme of the story, the rhyme of the poem, sorry. So, اللي هي القافية, okay, and rhyme means what? اللي هو repetition sound at the end of each line of poetry in a poem. Okay, here we have star. Okay, twinkle, 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 little star. Next R, high, sky, gun, upon, light, night, dark, etc. So the poem rhymes as what here? Each sound is given a letter, an alphabet. So we say star R, A, high sky, B, gun upon, CC, light night, DD, dark spark, EE, go so, FF, keep peep, GG, I sky, again BB, spark dark, EE, R star, AA. So it's the repetition of the same sound at the end of the lines of poetry. We give them the same letter. This is what is called اللي هو الرhyme. So if you are asked about the rhyme of a group of lines of poetry or a stanza or a whole poem, so you do it just like this. You are looking for the repeated sounds at the end of the lines of poetry, or the end, yeah. So we say A, B, B, C, C, D, D. It depends. Or A, B, C, D, as we see in the next poem. Again, there's also something that is called, you know, other figures of speech. The star itself, the figures of speech. The star itself. The star itself here is used as a figure of speech, yani as what? As a symbol. Okay, as a symbol to symbolize, you know, something that, you know, something of excellence. Okay, something of glamour, something represents high or highness, someone who is at the top of other people. Okay, fame. Okay, being a star. We have also a figure of speech like 4, line 4, up above the word so high, like a diamond in the sky. Like a diamond. هنا شو بنسمي هذا؟ simile. simile والتشبيه في أن this star is just like a diamond, comparing the star to a diamond. So this is a simile. This is a figure of speech. We call it simile. Then we have another example of a figure of speech اللي هو line 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Line 14, I think it starts, you know, and often through my curtains peep. And often through my curtains peep. Talking about what? The star. The star peeps through the curtain. And here what is called, you know, personification. Personification. يعني اللي هو التشخيص, to make something like a person. So here we are making curtains just like a person who peeps. So this is personification. Then we have some other, you know, kinds of figures of speech, like what we call, you know, anaphora, like اللي هو repetition of the first, the phrases at the beginning of lines, like when the blazing, when he, okay, like when, okay. If there is then, and, okay. If we have phrases, words repeated, you know, right after each other in 2 or more lines, we call this anaphora. Then we have an important, you know, and something you find very common in literature for children, اللي هو alliteration. Alliteration يعني إيش؟ Repetition of the first sound, okay, in one line at the beginning of the words. The repetition of the sounds, okay, the repetition of the sounds of the first letters, okay, in each line. يعني مثلا زي twinkle twinkle little star, twin, ta ta, okay. بعدين مثلا عندنا next line, how I wonder what you are, wa, wonder what, wonder what, okay. بعدين عندنا مثلا next up above the word so high, لا then 4, no, then 5, when the blazing sun is gone, no, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little, okay, هنا then you show your little light, la, little light. So repeating the sound at the beginning of words is considered what? Alliteration. La, little light. But then again, twinkle, twinkle, twa, okay, t, and so on. Okay. That is what we call, you know, alliteration. So we have to do the same thing in other, you know, poems given with you. Here we have, next one is the cow, another sample of children's poetry اللي هو the cow. The friendly cow, all red and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream and with all her might to eat with apple tart. Okay, this is one stanza we call. هون يبدو بس I'm sorry, there should be sort of a space in between. She wanders lowing here and there, and yet she can't stray. All the pleasant open air, all in the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of day, and blown by all the winds that pass. Okay, and yet with all the showers, she walks among the meadow grass and eats the meadow flowers. Okay, here talking about a cow and how, you know, beautiful she is, and how beneficial and useful she is. Okay, here we have some questions about, you know, first of all we start with the rhyme. Okay, before we go into the next here. White, heart, might, tart. Yani A, B, A, B. Then there, stray, air, day. C, D, C, D. Then pass, showers, grass, flowers. Yani pass, grass, E, E. Showers, flowers, F, F. Okay, again I'll say it from the beginning. في عنا white, might, A, A. Heart, tart, B, B. There, air, C, C. Stray, day, D, D. Pass, grass, E, E. Showers, flowers, F, F. فبتصير عن ايش الرايم؟ A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F. هذا اللي هون نسميه. Next page we have a short biography about اللي هو Robert Louis Stevenson, short biography, and you have it again at the end of the maybe in the last lecture you will have a short biography about the most important, you know, writers. But this is enough to know about Robert Stevenson from this page. Okay. Here we have different questions about this poem. You need to know the answers. I'll just give you examples of the answers here. How many stanzas do we have? These are simple ones. We have 3 stanzas. What adjectives used in the first stanza? We have, you know, adjectives like friendly, red, white. What words rhyme with the poem? Okay. في عنا اللي هو ال A, B، قلنا عنها A, B, C, D لهم ايش؟ which words؟ فهم عنا white, might, heart, tart, there, air, stray, day. What does the word lowing mean? Okay, of course means it's the sound of the cow. Okay. What did Stevenson mean when he said the cow could not stray? يعني could not move or wander or roam or go around. Okay. What is wet from the showers and blown by the wind? Of course, the cow. What does the cow eat? طبعا, as you know, the last line here, the meadow flowers in the last line. What time of the day? برضو it's mentioned, it's light of the day اللي هو open air, light of the light day اللي هو line 7 and line 8. Okay, you also look for, you know, figures of speech in the cow, like, you know, line 2 we have she gives. طبعا this is mainly يعني very much repeated here. She gives a cream. هنا figure of speech. Okay, figure of speech اللي هو ايش؟ personification. على طول, you know, the cow is made just as a person. She gives, she eats, she wanders, she walks. Personification. Bed in the summer. Okay. Bed in the summer is again another beautiful poem. You read and make sure that also you do the same by finding the figures of speech, as we have just said, and the rhyme, and then meanings of words. You have to know the meanings of each difficult word in each poem. So you might be asked about meanings of words in the final exam. There will be some words underlined for you, and then you will be asked about, you know, the meanings of these words. Okay, here, bed in summer, in winter I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way, I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree. Oh, hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. And does it seem hard to you when all the sky is clear and blue? And I should like so much to play, to have to go to bed by day. So here you can also find the rhyme yourselves. You know, you have night, light, way, day, then A, B, B, C, 3, okay? A, B, B, C, C, okay? So it goes A, B, B, C, C, feet, street, okay, C, C, D, D, U, blue, okay, E, E, F, F, okay, then play, day, G, G, okay. Of course, you'll find, يعني almost in any poem, especially for children, you find يعني a lot of examples of alliteration, اللي هو repetition of this first sound of the words, okay. So Robert, Bed in the Summer, here by Robert Louis Stevenson, okay. Talks about, you know, compares how, you know, waking up in winter is like waking up, you know, at night, while going to bed in summer is like going to bed during the day, okay, and so on. You read it, it's very يعني clear, explained for you. Then again, this is our last example, you know, from poetry, Lower Dreams. This is a classic one, and a very famous, written by a very famous writer, and it's really very serious. It's a very serious one, okay, by Langston Hughes. Hold about dreams, you know. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. Okay, it's a very beautiful, you know, piece of literature for children and even for adults. You know, talks about how dreams are important, you know, for people in general, because people can't live without dreams. So if you don't really dream, your whole life is frozen. Okay, your whole life is frozen. So you have to keep, يعني, in touch, or you have to stick to dreams, so your life does not, you know, freeze. It's a very beautiful piece of literature, and also see the rhyme, you know, dreams die, bird fly, you know, dreams go, feel the snow. So some may not rhyme exactly the same as others. So some, you know, poems, you know, they just have only two lines that rhyme, and then other two have no rhyme, do not rhyme with the other lines. Okay, then there is also a short biography about Hughes, which is also important to know, and then about some of his major books. Okay, James Mercer Langston Hughes. Okay. That's all about, you know, children's poetry. You need to read, please, what is there in this lecture. Of course, I can't cover everything, you know, on the slides. So read them again. Please, if you have any question about any part of any lecture, please you contact me through my email. Okay, if if I have made myself not very clear, you know, in any part, please call me or contact me on my or through my email. Okay, you are most welcome, and you know, we'll meet soon. You know, I think next week in our, you know, first live session. Okay, thank you very much, and see you soon in another lecture. Assalamu alaikum.